You know that feeling when you walk into your home, take a deep breath, and feel new? Well, that's what it's like to use Clorox Scentiva. Because Clorox Scentiva smells like coconut, cleans like Clorox, and feels like energy. It'll elevate any cleaning routine to not just clean, but also make every room smell like a tropical coconut getaway. Discover how Clorox Scentiva's powerful clean and refreshing scents can transform your space. Get yours in coconut or other fabulous scents at a nearby retail store.
Are you ready to move your career forward? Make your comeback with Purdue Global and get college credit for your work, school, life, or military experiences. With these credits, you may have already completed up to 75% of your undergraduate degree. You've worked hard to get where you are. It's time to get the recognition you deserve and earn a degree you'll be proud of. One that employers will trust and respect. When you take the next step in your life and career, make it count with Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback at purdueglobal.edu.
1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men experience domestic abuse in their lifetime, and nearly half of survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Purina started the Purple Leash Project to help eliminate one of the many barriers domestic abuse survivors face, a lack of pet-friendly domestic violence shelters. Through the Purple Leash Project, Purina is helping to create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters across the country, so abuse survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to get involved.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM. Or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Hey listeners, it's Jenny. This month we're heading back to school, and we're taking you along with us. For all of September, we're bringing back some of our favorite Womanica episodes you might have missed. You'll hear me and some talented guest hosts share both iconic and underappreciated stories. And there's a twist. Each week is dedicated to a different school subject. This week, we're sharing women you should be learning about in social studies class. Politicians, activists, legends, there are so many ways people have shaped our societies and cultures. We've picked just a few of our favorite stories to transport you to different times, places, and perspectives. And they're all stories that I wish I'd learned more about in my social studies classes. So, on to the show.
Hey y'all, I'm Erin Haynes. I'm the editor-at-large for the 19th News, a nonprofit newsroom reporting on gender, politics, and policy. I'm also the host of a brand new weekly podcast from the 19th News and Wonder Media Network called The Amendment. Each week, we're bringing you a conversation about gender, politics, and the unfinished work of American democracy. Our very first episode features my dear friend and Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist, Nikole Hannah-Jones. It's out now. So please, go listen and follow the show. On top of all of this, I'm your guest host for this month of Womanica. This Black History Month, we're talking about revolutionaries, the Black women who led struggles for liberation from violent governments, colonial rulers, and enslavers. These women had the courage to imagine radically different worlds, and they used their power to try and pull those worlds into view. Today, we're talking about an activist often overlooked in Dominican history. This poor Black farmer was villainized in her lifetime, but fought tirelessly to save farmers from an illegal and violent land grab. Please welcome Mamá Tingó. Mamá Tingó was born Florinda Soriano Muñoz on November 8, 1921, in Villa Maya in the Dominican Republic. She came from a poor, working-class background and didn't have any formal schooling. Her friends nicknamed her Mamá Tingó because of her caring maternal nature. In 1951, she married another farmer named Felipe. The new couple inherited land from Felipe's father in the Hato Viejo region and ran a small farm to support themselves and their son. Then, in 1974, trouble struck. A wealthy landowner named Pablo Diaz Hernandez claimed ownership of the land that Mamá Tingó and other neighboring farmers had been farming for half a century, the only source of income for 350 families. Hernandez promptly started clearing the land. His claim was bunk, but fighting back was risky. Hernandez had institutional power and wealth. Mamá Tingó and the other farmers were poor and black, overwhelmingly ignored or victimized by the government. Resistance to the land grab was met with swift violence. Saving their farms seemed hopeless. But Mamá Tingó was determined to keep her land and livelihood. She joined the Federation of Christian Agriculture Leagues and started organizing for the rights of her fellow farmers. She quickly became a leader within the group. She and other farmers met to discuss how to stop the land grab and support each other through the financial strain it had caused. She also organized public protests against Hernandez. The government of the Dominican Republic tried to paint her as a dangerous black radical to discredit the movement, attacking her impoverished background and lack of education. But Mamá Tingó kept pushing. Eventually, she and her husband got a meeting with the president of the Dominican Republic to ask him for his support. He promised them he would make sure that the land in dispute was divided fairly among the 350 families who depended on it. But he didn't keep his word, and a plan failed to materialize. So the farmers kept making noise about the land grab, and finally a hearing was scheduled for November of 1974. But the day of the hearing, Mamá Tingó was missing from the courtroom. She'd heard that her pigs had gotten loose and raced back to her farm to round them back up. But it was a trap. A man hired by Hernandez was lying in wait, armed with a gun. When Mamá Tingó showed up, he fired twice, shooting her. She tried to defend herself with a machete, but her injuries were too serious. She died without ever making it to court. She was 52 years old. As the decades have passed, Mamá Tingó's fierce advocacy and bravery have often gone unacknowledged in Dominican history. As a poor black woman, her contributions to farmers' rights have been overlooked in the dominant narratives of her country's history. But her organizing work helped lay the groundwork for other farmers to continue to fight for their rights after her assassination. Today, a statue of Mamá Tingó stands in the town of Monte Plata to honor her legacy as an activist.
Thanks for listening to this best of episode of Womanica. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Join us tomorrow for another one of our favorite episodes honoring the back-to-school season. Talk to you then.
Ah, and here we have travelers in their natural habitat enjoying guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout at fine hotels and resorts booked through Amex Travel, and they don't even see what's coming at them.
We're in. We got the table.
Yep, with Resi Priority Notify, they're alerted when hard-to-get reservations open up.
Reservation for 2? Save the best for last.
Thanks to Amex Platinum, the last day vacation brings yet another experience. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex.
You know how when you're living your life, and then all of a sudden you're out there helping cops solve crimes?
ABC Tuesdays.
I have an IQ of 160. I spot things that detectives miss.
Fall's most anticipated drama is all new, High Potential.
That big brain of hers is going to help us close a lot of cases.
Caitlin Olsen is the new face of investigation.
You're a single mom pretending to be a cop.
I am not pretending. I'm just out here super copping.
High Potential. All new Tuesdays, 10/9 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
At Amica Insurance, we know it's more than a life policy. It's about the promise and the responsibility that comes with being a new parent. Being there day and night. And building a plan for tomorrow, today. For the ones you'll always look out for, trust Amica Life Insurance. Amica. Empathy is our best policy.
It can get lonely climbing Mount McKinley, so to entertain myself, I go to ChumbaCasino.com. At Chumba Casino, I can play hundreds of online casino-style games for free, like online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Plus, I get a daily login bonus. It's just too bad that up here, I don't have anyone to share my excitement with. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Live the Chumba life. Anytime, anywhere. Play for free now at ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.